the kids and I are putting on our winter gear, and I see that the goats are already out. That actually makes it a bit easier for me today because they're staying in the fenced-in area over here. I don't know if you can see them. And here are the goats, ready for their grain. Are you excited? So Abby said that Gilbert looks like Jar Jar from Star Wars. It made Brandon super proud. So I've given them some grain over here. Meanwhile, I'm going to put the electrolytes over by where we put their hay. The chickens are over here waiting in the window. Good morning, chickens. Oh, hello, duck. Let me open that door for you. Aww. They're all coming out today. There's the one that got hurt and we thought was dead, but it just got lost in the well like Brownie often does. Speaking of Brownie, I should go check on him. Well, he can apparently move around because yesterday I put him over by the food and water. And this morning, he's over here in a little corner. I guess he feels safer over here. Good morning, Miss Piggy. There you go. We're going to continue with the goat electrolytes today.
How do you find out in the bucket?
Because it needs to go in the bucket. So I poured in 8 cups of water because it needs 2 quarts. And now I'm going to go give it to the goats for an hour.
Come back, Abby. Abby. Come back. It's not playtime right now.
Since we're working outside so much today, I thought I'd let the goats kind of roam. They rarely get to do that. And if they go towards the road, I can watch them. And Brandon had mentioned that we could put a gate there at the end of the barn, right over there, so that even if they did escape, they can't go to the road. I love that idea, but we don't have a lot of money for, well, a gate. So if you have any ideas of how to make one cheap, let us know. In the meantime, we'll just be extra watchful.
A cat is going back.
Miss Piggy is soaking up the sunshine. It's a beautiful day. The ducks are enjoying the water, and the goats are enjoying the pasture. I think it's a good day for everybody. What are you doing? Are you enjoying your day? All right, so it's time for little boy's nap time. So the goats are tethered and brought back in, and they're enjoying the alfalfa. To build an electric fence, you need a charger, which we have here, some rods or fence posts, or these, which I love to call flowers, but they're actually insulators, and of course, your electric fence wire. Now, whenever you work with the electric fence, you always want to make sure you turn it off. Okay, now before you start the electric fence, you want to make sure you have a path where the weeds aren't high. So you can see here, if I get down here, that this path does not have the tall weeds that the other side does, either side. So we can put an electric fence right here without causing a fire, which is pretty important. So, we'll say right about here. Just get it in a good ways. And then that's all you need to do there. Measure the next one. And we need to actually go this way a bit. We want as straight a line as possible. so I'm trying to get it to line up there. Okay, so now this one, I'm actually going to go and put in the spot where the grass isn't growing, so I can make sure I get as straight a line as possible through there. See these pretty flowers? They're actually called insulators. Hold on. Okay, and this is how it works. So you'll slip this over the rod and then just tighten it on. It's really easy. I'll do this one right in front of you. Really easy. And that's it. And then we'll string a wire through here. That's also very simple to do. I'll show you that in just a minute. Aren't they pretty flowers? The next thing will be to roll this out. This is much easier with somebody else. I usually have my daughter help me actually, but she's going in to make sure our little boy that we watch is still asleep, because if he's not, I need to come in and make lunch. But here we go. Okay, so all I do is I make this go vertical in here, and then it turns sideways, and then it's holding on to that wire quite well. And then we have a nice clear path. It's not straight. I started out making it straight, but because I was following the path that the pigs created, I wasn't able to keep it straight, but that's okay. It's pretty good. One thing we do want to make sure we do is we pull it tight when we're done, and that should help a lot. If we had more time, we would weed eat this, and then make it straight. But because we're on a time crunch with Mr. Pig coming back, and we need to separate these pigs so that he doesn't try to mate, you know, his little baby pig. We need more than one strand, but we'll do the other strands just the same as we did this one. So it'll be no problem at all. So now Mr. Pig has his area of the garden to work on, and Miss Piggy has her area of the garden to work on. Now Mr. Pig was here first before we knew just how big he was, so he's already given her a head start. And this garden is already looking pretty tilled. But we want them to till this land so that we can have a good garden this year. And it'll be well fertilized too. It's evening now, but we have the electric fence done. I left a bottom one down here empty so that if we want to add another strand near the ground, it's easier to do, because these are fastened higher up on the wires down at the end. So this way it won't create as much pull on the perimeter. But I think we did a pretty good job.
There we go. And now the chickens. They're not ready to go in yet. Why do you guys always insist on being outside the chicken house when it's time to put you in? Well, at least you're not in the well. That's always a plus. Alright, let's see how you guys are doing for food and water. How you doing, Brownie? You hanging in there? Poor thing. This still has water in it, but that water's nasty. I don't know how we're going to keep it from turning to ice when it gets here. We'll like to just usually pour some boiling water over it, which seems to do the trick. I'm going to empty this because this is nasty water. And luckily, there's enough in here I don't have to make another trip to fill it up. It's been freezing a lot here lately. And you guys got some food, but I think I'll give you some more. Because I don't want to have to come back and fill you up again in the freezing rain, if freezing rain comes. You can definitely tell we're in a winter weather watch because I drove past the dollar store today and it was packed. So that's how you know. Here in Kentucky, we don't take any chances. Just the slightest flurry and we're all in a panic. But you never know, because sometimes, I remember one time in 2010, it came a really bad ice storm and I didn't go to work for 2 weeks and our power was out. It was awful. Our wood guy is coming. Excuse the mess. This is all going to be cleaned up this spring. So he should be here with 3 ricks of wood pretty soon. And you get that all loaded in the car. All loaded in the house before this hits. Because I definitely don't want to have to de-thaw our wood and dry it out before I burn it. Alright, Abby does a pretty good job of herding these ducks. Let's see how I can do. Alright guys, this won't work. You have to go inside. If I could just, I know you're injured, but I need you to waddle on over back to your little area. Well, you can't be too injured if you wandered out here of your own free will, so. Alright, yep, over the brush. You want back in, don't you? Can I just pick you up? Nope. Move along. It's a long walk. This is going to be a long walk, I can just tell. Let's go all the way around. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to be doing this, so I'm just going to pick them up and put them in that way. Okay, here we go, guys. This one's not injured, so it might be a little more difficult. If he only knew I was trying to help him. You don't want to be outside tonight, buddy, trust me. Alright, I'm going to try to go around and catch him. Alright. I love my animals, but I'm not going to walk through thorns. Alright, and it's difficult to film and catch him at the same time, so I'll wait till he comes out of the thorns and then I'll nab him.
Look at this hard-working man sweeping the floors, stacking in the wood, building a fire, getting everything done. If only there were enough of you to go around, everybody would be happy. And I do believe we are set for a while. We have a good amount of wood here. Thank you, love. Can you talk while you work?
I can.
Okay, perfect. So, actually, it might be better if you stay still. So, did you lose power for that whole 2-week period when you were out of work?
Yes, we did, but I should say that we had a generator hooked up. So we survived on the generator and wood heat. It was kind of hard to take a shower because you had to unplug everything to run the microwave. So you got one bowl of hot water for your bath.
Wow, that
So
does sound rough.
you made that sucker last.
So, yeah. So when I first heard that you were out of work for 2 weeks, so without power, I was like, yeah, what, for an hour?
Not 2 weeks.
And then I saw in the video that you left that duck in the weeds. Is it still out there?
No, it actually slipped through a crack in there, and then the mean roosters were picking on it.
Yeah.
It was a big rigmarole trying to catch it, but we finally caught it and put it in, so it's locked up and safe and sound now.
Okay, thank you, sweet, hard-working man.
Thank you.
We also brought the sick animals in here. This is the duck with the broken leg, Brownie. And this is the chicken that I nursed back to health a little bit ago. You can see that, you know, Brownie's already messing up his water, but, I mean, he's a duck. What do you expect? And they're chilling by the meat birds. Oh, they're looking at you. So we have all of our ducks in a row here. Or chickens, that is.